The multi-level marketing industry is worth 300 billion. But the question I have to ask everybody is this: is it a scam? Can you be credible still and put your name to something like that? Is there money to be made? What types of people get into multi-level marketing, which is known as MLM? Like, there's so many things to break down. And here's the reason why I want to talk about it today. One of my mentees, ex-mentees, alumni, doing fantastic in her business, approached me and said, Byron, I think, with your audience, your community, your network, you should do MLM. I said, whoa. Why is that? And he goes, because they trust you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but my trust is not there to be abused. I need to make sure that whatever the product or service is, that I give them and I believe in it in my heart. So what's this about? And let me tell you this, my MLM journey started many moons ago. Maybe this is why I have a bad stigma on this. I'm thinking about it now. We've all had a friend that invited us to an event, and you go to this event and it's like some weird cult, and you're just like, what are they selling me here? And why does it cost so much money to get involved? I've been to one of those, in fact 2, and I'm just like, one in Canary Wharf and one in Croydon. And I'm like, and in fact the guy brought me there is a bit, yeah, maybe that's why, reputation. But it was like just a bit dodgy, a bit weird. And here's the thing, like, and this is why it's called pyramid schemes in some occasions, right? It's because, like, in order for you to make money, you have to bring somebody else on. And I don't know if I like that. But clearly it's a massive industry, right? Because it's worth hundreds, quite literally. That's the one thing I've Googled. How much is the multi-level marketing industry worth? And it's worth hundreds of millions. So clearly it is something, there's something in it, right? So I said, okay, now time has gone on and I'm more older and wiser and I've shied away from doing this. And someone's like, okay, she was like, okay, oh yeah, this would be interesting, your audience would be interesting. I say, well, I'm not interested in multi-level marketing. Like, why would I want to do this? She goes, well, actually, there's a product behind it. And I was like, okay, what's the product? And she goes, well, it's a travel business. I'm like, travel business? I'm like, tell me more. So she pitched it to me and I'm like, okay, I understand this. Like, how they've packaged it was this. They've said, you're going to get into the travel industry and you can get discounts on your travel, and you can also sell that to your friends because everyone's traveling, right? In this big bad world we're living in, everybody's traveling. So he said, okay, so that's like, okay, that's a plus, and then it's a sensible amount. It's not like crazy money to get in and it's not crazy money to stay in. And then at the end of it, you can bring people on and then you can make more money. Now I was like, okay, how much money can we make if this is what it is? And it was like, okay, looks decent, but more attractively for me was the opportunity that I know that there's people in my community and network that can make some money. So I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then I said, but something doesn't quite sit well. So I said, you know what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about this. Do you mind? And she goes, well, I'm not sure. I said, look, I'm going to talk about it anyway. Here it is. I'm not going to name her. I have a lot of respect for her in her space and what she's doing. So I won't name her yet. But in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invite everybody that is in the MLM industry to a webinar. And I'm going to say, let's talk about it in the webinar. In 2026, we have 2 incredible speaker showcases where we will have up to 20 speakers delivering you a keynote. We're talking about mindset, entrepreneurship, and creating shifts in your life. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, if you're a thought leader, if you are serious about your personal development, click the link below. It is completely free and I promise you, you will love it. By the way, I haven't got the webinar ready yet or a date yet, but I'm going to do it. By the time this comes out, I'll have a date. I don't know if they can make it, but I'll have a date and then we can just put them to the sword. So let's have some fun with it, right? I think you've got to have a little bit of fun with it. But is it a scam? Is it worth it? Have you done it? What have your experiences been? I have so many questions. I need answers. I have so many questions. So just let me know in the comments, my people. Have you been involved in a successful MLM? What's worked well for you? What hasn't worked for you? I did one before, and it was like it was backed by this like you know what? I'll talk about it in another video. And it wasn't quite MLM, but it was almost like they made it like a membership, and you didn't have to bring people on to make money. That's what I liked about it. It was like you don't have to bring people on in order to make money. So I was like, yeah, cool. And I made some money from it. And then a couple of years later, it just plummeted. That's a whole video in itself. So anyway, you know what? Obviously, I don't know if I'm going to do the webinar, but I like the idea and concept. But let me know if I should do a webinar and bring on all these moguls. And you know what? Tag them in. If you know someone in the industry who's a leader in the space, tag them in. And let's take them to task. Like, let's find out. Like, let's have some fun with it. Have a live webinar and see if it's see if we get our questions answered, and we'll do a live vote and see if we feel it's a scam or not. But let me say this, is it different in the US and the UK? Because in the US, it's like, you know, you can be a big fish in a big pond, but in the UK, you can be a big fish in a small pond, but not make that much money. You know, is it worth it if you're making the money, you know? And the money we were talking about wasn't expensive. So I was like, yeah, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? But ultimately, I'm like, this is my name, my brand name. Like Denzel said, it's like Pepsi. People don't know it. They respect it. They trust it. It's my brand name. So I'm like, do I want to really like get involved in something that's going to be a bit muddy potentially? Or am I just being overcautious? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and let me know if we should go ahead with this idea or not, yeah? Because it's an interesting one, and I'm curious to know what you people think. Until next time.